Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and Assalamu alaikum. You are listening to Planet FM 87.6 and I'm your host, your RJ Rabia. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is youth engagement and patriotism. And to discuss that topic, we have a very prestigious and honorable guest with us, Mr. Rizwan Ghilzai. Rizwan Ghilzai is a renowned journalist, worked from past 6 to 7 years on Express News. Um, Today, Rizwan, we will talk about youth, patriotism, and how much they feel illusioned. We all know that Pakistan has a rich cultural, political history that has, shaped youth. You can say that sentiment and their national identity sentiment. Since our childhood, we all, drive our sentiments of patriotism from the events like, you can say that 6th September, 23rd March, 14th of August, and we felt very proud. But now the time has changed, and the digital media has came. The you know thoughts of youth has been changed. So how do you see that historical narrative of Pakistan independence has shaped contemporary patriotic sentiments among the youth?
Thank you for having me in the show.
You're welcome.
Well, this is a topic which need to be talked about more because of the we have seen as you mentioned in your intro that the patriotism among youth is lacking day by day, and the reason why is because the new generation, they are not much aware of the why Pakistan came into being.
Hmm.
I mean, what was the purpose of the creation of this country?
And the sacrifices
And
that has made.
exactly. So, and another thing that the situation they have been facing for past few years is that there are no opportunities for the youngsters, for youth, because we see that a number of young people
Are
they've been
migrating.
they've been leaving this country, and because they don't find any opportunity for their career, for their growth, and because of this instability and all that reasons. So and another thing which I feel that this lack of patriotism is the role of media.
Yes.
It's very important to build a narrative, or to uh, to shape people's mind, how they think. Media has a very important role. So media is not doing what uh, they should do, like to to promote patriotism among youth and among all the people of Pakistan, especially the kids. And also, I think the educational institutions, they are also very much responsible for this, because in our childhood, or if we talk about 70s, 80s, 90s, people used to have more content about their country, about the sacrifices, as you mentioned, people made when Pakistan, this partition process was going.
Hmm.
So in educational institutions, there was much more content as compared to, if we talk about these days, uh, the national anthems, the literature of whatever they used to study in their
Students are not much interested in that, the literature we used to inspire.
yeah, because of this generation has changed, because now we have moved into a digital era.
Exactly.
So the reason is what our authorities or the government needs to do. They need to change the course. I mean, you can't convince them by providing the course you used to give people 30, 40 years ago. So you have to change your course and convince and persuade the young generation. You know, the digital era, there are people are much more aware of whatever happening around. They do have the access to internet and everything. So you just can't give them a one-sided narrative that this has happened. Because they know everything. They can just go to the Google and find it themselves. So the process and the course, it should be like which is compatible to the digital era.
And secondly, do these cultural and national events like 23rd March and 6th September, you know, we used to celebrate these events and we grew up to celebrate these events. Our patriotism, was boost up every time these events came, and we used to wait. And but now the youth does not, that much into these cultural and national events. What does we can do to, you can say that, to bring the youth on the same table we used to be?
Well, I think it's the responsibility of our government, our state, and all the functionaries, because as I said earlier, that this is a new generation. You just cannot convince them by following the old course.
Yeah.
So you need to have course correction, and for that matter, there should be some new techniques, new technologies to attract people to have some patriotism and some the passion, as you talked about, that we used to have in our childhood. So for that matter, they need to just change the course.
Yeah.
And now when I talk about changing the course, it means that you just cannot rely on the content you used to give 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
So our academia, our
The think tanks.
they need to think. They need to take things more advanced. They need to get things more advanced and make more compatible to the younger generation and the digital media.
Also, socio-economic factors, play their crucial role in developing the mindset of the youth, and you can say that the economic challenges such as unemployment, educational disparities, can also influence the patriotic sentiments. So, how do you see the current economic unrest or instability overall in the country? As you know, internationally there is a recession going on. Youth is quite disillusioned or disheartened. How do we, convince them? Because being a youth, I meet so many people and they are very disheartened. They are very, disillusioned. What can we do for them, or what government can do for them to, to bring them back for this with the same sentiment we used to have?
Well, we are a country of more than 250 million people,
Yeah.
and more than 60% of our population is youth. So the problem is that, as you said, that the socio-economic problems and the instability we are facing, the young generation, they are getting hopeless. So this is the the worst ever thing happened to Pakistan since 1947, that the youth is hopeless. And to bring the hope, it is the responsibility of the government, it is the responsibility of the state, it is the responsibility of all these key stakeholders.
The young entrepreneurs, activists.
Exactly. Not only the government, you just cannot blame government for this, because if we fail, we fail as a whole society. So for that reason, it's the responsibility of the parents, it's the responsibility of the teachers, it's the responsibility of the scholars, it's the
Yeah.
responsibility of the government as well, and all the key stakeholders of the state, because to give them hope, you need to just create the hope, and
Exactly.
an environment that can give them hope. We have been facing terrorism over the last few many years, and we have suffered a lot. We have so many issues. We had security issues, but we have overcome it. As a nation, we fought it, and uh, and the only thing which helped our nation to fight against this all the biggest threat or the biggest challenge
Yeah.
of terrorism was that there was hope that they hoped that we can do it. But now is the problem that the hope is lost, and people are running out of country.
Yeah.
And to stop them, to give them hope, to create environment that they can feel safer, they can feel that they have the opportunities.
They must be feel heard, and they must be feel seen.
Exactly. So you need to the only thing that you can stop them going abroad, or you can give them hope, is to involve themselves. The youth, involve the youth. How can we involve them? How can government play its role? Government can play its role by creating opportunities for the youth.
Yeah.
But the problem is that we have seen over the last few years, if we talk about specifically in the last 2 3 years, the problem is that the government is not responsive. The government has to be responsive. As you said, that the youth, they should feel that they are heard. So if they feel that they don't have any voice, and one thing is that there is lack of opportunities. Okay, fine.
Right.
But if there is no opportunity, but if there is hope that they can play their role, or they
Or
can
they can
create
create
opportunities
opportunities. Exactly.
themselves. So the problem is that they don't feel that they can play some role, or they can try themselves, because the other part is not responsive.
And the other thing is that in all this scenario, the role of civil society is also very important. The civil society also works for their own interest. Everyone works for their interest. No one works, for the youth, and there they feel, you can say that, unattached or disillusioned. So civil society, the activists, the entrepreneurs, the you can say that the think tanks, all the stakeholders must take this into the account, the brain drain that is happening, and from past, you can say that, in recent years. So when we talk about youth, Rizwan, recently we have felt very proud when Arshad Nadeem won the gold medalist in Paris Olympics, and after a long, long, long time, we all felt united. We all felt, and the youth felt, their patriotism felt again. So how do you see that, first of all?
Before replying to this question, I just want to add something.
Yeah.
What we were discussing earlier. The problem is that the current youth, as like us, or the people who are in between 20s and to
To
40s.
35 or
Yeah,
40s.
40s.
Yeah.
All these people, they have grown up in an environment which was not helpful for them in their childhood. Like if someone grew in after 2000, there was the problem was that there was a boom of media,
Yes.
and that was used very very negatively. And the cultural problems, like the boom of the media, and especially the television media, private media channels, and the youth, which is now like 13 into 30s or 40s, they used to watch Indian content,
Definitely.
and that has also damaged their the Pakistaniyat. What?
Pakistaniyat.
Yeah. So that was again the problem wasn't part of the government. I would say the authorities, they didn't see anything that this can this can
This
hurt
can cause a greater damage.
greater damage to our young generation.
Yes.
And you see that it has done a lot of damage, and that is also the reason that the people are not uh, that much patriotic what the earlier generation was. So that is also that was the the factor which is which was a big factor
Hmm.
as far as this we discussed that the problem that is lack of patriotism. So again, the use of media is very much important, and especially in these days, the use of digital media.
Very right.
You cannot just convince them by propaganda, but you
Hmm.
can at least give them the true picture.
Yes.
And it's very easy, but it takes a lot of capability, which is I think missing in our the the people
And
who are running this
another
country.
thing I would like to add that the people that the age range that you have mentioned we belong from, we have seen lot struggle. Um, Not only talking about you can say that media, but overall in our careers, to developing the career, to developing to reach a certain position or certain point in Pakistan, that makes things difficult for us. And step by step, stone by stone, grievances increases, and youth definitely feel disheartened, and that also plays a role. What do you say about that?
Exactly, I agree with you that it's again it's the and also I think that the youth they're also responsible.
Hmm.
You know, if they have if someone in current this situation which is not good for the environment is not good, or like you don't have any opportunities, but still the people who work hard, who have the skills, who learned the skills over the years, they're doing something. They're
Hmm.
serving their countries, they're serving their families, and they're contributing something to their country, to their family, to their society.
Yeah.
So we cannot just blame the government and the authorities and and just sit silence that no, government is not doing anything. We don't have any opportunity.
Hmm.
As a youngster, as a youth, the youngsters themselves, they need to be proactive. They need to understand the new dynamics of the world, and they need to learn the skills, and
The digital skills.
the digital skills and everything. You just cannot stay quiet and
Sit
wait,
idle
and you
and
say, yeah, you say that there is no opportunity.
Hmm.
Still the people are fighting, they are working hard, they are getting something. And I'll go to your next question that you
Yeah,
mentioned,
definitely.
Arshad Nadeem. Arshad Nadeem was like
Is one of the example.
one of the example.
Yeah.
He had no opportunity, he had no
No
resources,
facilities.
no facility. He even just he could not even buy the javelin he
Um,
used to throw.
I was
So,
watching, sorry to
yeah.
interrupt, I was watching this video of Neeraj Chopra,
Hmm.
and he had some, state of the art facilities and proper the gym equipment and everything, and that, the machine that was, he practiced.
Yeah.
But Arshad Nadeem was deprived of all these things.
Everything, yes. And that is the example as I was talking about that
Hmm.
in despite of all these problems, the people who believe in themselves, who work hard, they find their way. Like Arshad Nadeem, he the way he was he born in a very small town of Punjab,
Hmm.
and from there he thought that he can do, and he did,
Yes.
and he made all the nation proud, and getting gold medal in Olympics was a big achievement for him, for himself, for the country,
Hmm.
and he made all of us proud. And the reason again why we're mentioning him or giving his example, that he had the same problem,
Hmm.
like all
The
other,
same struggle.
the same struggle, but he believed himself, and he tried, and he created resources. He had no resources, he had no facilities, but he tried, and things got his in favor, and he did a miracle. So
Hmm.
same, there are other more stories. A lot of people, a lot of youngsters, they're doing so much. They're
In their
playing their
capacities.
part, they're contributing towards their society, their families, their country. Not only in Pakistan, if we see abroad, in other countries, they are doing very well. And also in Pakistan, if we see that uh, the, this passion, this patriotism, people, there are people who have the opportunity to work in any country, but they are serving Pakistan.
Hmm.
They are working, they're trying their best to contribute to their countries. There
Right.
are people in bureaucracy, there are people in politics, there are people in other, institutions. So they're trying their best, and hope is always there. It's not that the situation is not going our way, and we have so much problem every new day, every new problem, but still the hope is there. People are, you know, uh, people are trying their whatever, in their capacity, they are doing it, and we should be, advocate. We should advocate this positivity, this optimism. This is the only thing, it's the sentiments, or it's the passion
The
which,
hope, as you mentioned.
yeah, that only thing that can keep people alive. It's not about resources, it's not about facilities, it's not about, the money. It's about the passion, the belief, the hard work. And if we, the problem is that, again, I blame more, to, to youth, that they are, they don't work hard. I mean, they don't do any hard work, and they just, always, and it's the problem of our educational system as well, because our educational system, they don't, teach the students that what they have to do. They
Hmm.
just, the course and all other things,
Hmm.
syllabus is a problem
And
in
after
our
the
course.
degree, students doesn't know what to do next.
Yeah, exactly, and they are not, they're, whatever they study in the university, in the college, it's not helpful for them in their professional career, and they start from, from zero when they go into their professional career. So that is the problem, that on one hand, the problem is with the system, is the educational system and overall the system. And the other side, if you see, on the other hand, the problem is with the students, with the youngsters, because if you see, in especially in current era, if you see,
Hmm.
you just cannot say that I don't know anything. You
Hmm.
have the phone, you have the internet facility, and you can access to anything.
Yeah.
And you just cannot claim that the teacher did not teach me this, taught me this, or anything. You just find it yourselves, and you can find the opportunities. So the youth, they need to be more proactive. They need to, create opportunities for themselves. They need to create, if they don't have resources, they need to create the resources, and they need to build the resources.
Yeah.
And once you try, once you have belief, once you have hope, and you do hard work, uh, there is nothing that can stop people from success.
In fact, nowadays, youth are working towards small startups. There is a trend that is going on in Pakistan among the youth, the entrepreneurship and the startups. And there are many people out there, young people, who are starting their companies on a very small scale, on a very small, you can say that, budget, but they are growing and they are doing things.
Yeah, the problem is with the mindset. People,
Hmm.
they, in our society, uh, people consider successful only those who have, the government job, sarkari nokri,
Yeah.
and the doctor. Uh, the parents say, my child will be a doctor or engineer
And
or
the
pilot.
CSS dilemma.
And again, the CSS dilemma, because the people go to the civil service, not just to serve the country, but have the perks and privileges
Yeah.
that people get from the service. So again, the students, which you said that uh, they go, there's a problem of our system and the culture as well, that they don't consider the skills as their uh, skill is not being considered as strength or something that can be proud on. I mean, you see that the person who is running a small cart of burgers and chips,
Yes.
and people, they, they don't have he doesn't have any social status.
Hmm.
People just say ready wala, and
Exactly.
and if you are taxi driver, or if you are like welder, any
and
skills
and
use.
in most of the cases when we look the struggle behind it, that even a small card, there is a lot of struggle and sacrifice, and for that person that is a biggest thing, or that is a biggest achievement kind
And
of
he
thing.
earns more than a public servant or a sarkari mulazim.
Yeah.
If you calculate his amount, I'm just giving you an example. There's a the person who sells potato chips in Apara market.
All right.
He just comes around 3 o'clock in afternoon,
Okay.
and he stays there for like 10 o'clock in the night.
Right.
So from 6 to 7 hours, he just I asked him that how much you earn. He said that I earn around 4 to 5 thousand. He saves 4 to 5 thousand from that small cart of potato chips, and if you see that the 5,000 means he makes 150,000 rupees
Hmm.
in a month.
In a month.
And if you compare him with the person working in a bank, in a private company, he cannot earn that much money. So
Hmm.
the problem is that the social status, the mindset that in our society, that you have to the parents think that their child, he should have a tie and suited booted job, and they don't encourage people to go towards skills,
Hmm.
you know
Or business.
or business, entrepreneurship, and
Yeah.
so that is the problem. Again, it's a mindset which has been prevailing over the years, but it needs to be changed. And the people, the parents, especially the younger generation who have become now, who are now parents,
Hmm.
who used to be the children, now they are parents. They need to change this mindset, and they need to promote their encourage their children to go towards the skills, the business, and entrepreneurship, and find their own way,
Hmm.
rather than waiting for the job and the
Basically.
ad in the newspaper, and
Hmm.
wait for the ad and then go to the interview. Don't just wait for the interview, don't just wait for the newspaper ad. When you're done with your degree, you just go into the ground,
Hmm.
into the battlefield. And
Basically, you talked about mindset. I believe that the competition that every student or every youngster has to face in their family, in the relatives, or in the people around them. If one or two people get successful, the competition gets increases, and that competition, that mindset have uh, blockage the
yeah,
minds of students, that either we have to become a doctor, or a or a
engineer,
engineer, or
pilot.
go pilot, or you can say that go to some big company and
Hmm.
do some jobs. And so that's also play a big role, the competition,
Yeah,
societal
again, the
competition.
social status, and that mindset which has been prevailing over the years, that uh, you know uh, because it's also the dilemma of our society, that we have classified the society into different classes,
Hmm.
and people who have skillful labor, They are not being considered as a good social. They don't enjoy any social status, and the only person who are acceptable for the society, who wears suit, who wears tie, who wears waistcoat, and the white cotton shalwar kameez.
Yeah.
And this is the problem. And also the people who have skills and who are involved in a skillful labor, they don't enjoy any social status. And for that reason, the people, they don't just go to, although they can earn more. If he is electrician, if he is plumber, he can earn more than a banker. But because he is not acceptable for the society, he thinks that no, I should be doing a job. Even I earn 30,000-40,000 rupees, but I should do a job, because if I go for a marriage proposal, people ask that what does he do? And if you say he's a bank, he's acceptable. If you say he's a plumber, he's an electrician, even if he's a plumber and electrician earns more,
Yeah.
but he's not acceptable. So that's a problem and dilemma for our society.
Rizwan,
And it
we
needs
talk
to be
about
changed.
yes, exactly. We talked about Arshad Nadeem and his struggle, and as you mentioned, how he reached there. So how can public figures like Arshad Nadeem, and in the past the squash player Jahangir Khan, these successful athletes other than cricket, influence youth patriotism and inspire the next generation to achieve the greatness in other sports?
Well, the patriotism is like, loving your country
Yeah.
and contributing for your country and serving your country. It's all about that. Now, as we spoke about Arshad Nadeem and all other sports personalities, the people, they came from a very humble background, but they earned their name. They, made the nation proud. That is a very, that is a thing that give hope among masses. That the people think that if Arshad Nadeem can do it, if Jahangir Khan can do it, I can do it. And this also gives, the moment you feel just Arshad Nadeem was, waving the flag, Pakistani flag, at that platform, at that level,
Exactly.
in Olympics, it gives you goosebumps. Like, even if you are not patriotic, but at certain level, at certain situation, uh, you feel that you belong to some
You
country,
feel
you belong
recognized.
recognized, yeah.
You feel,
And patriotism is the only thing that keeps nation
united.
united, and they give them hope. They give them some passion, some that is very important. And if you talk about the developed countries, like the USA. When I went to USA, I went to Turkey, I went to China, and the only thing I saw in that those nations, in US, China, and Turkey, in three countries I specifically talk about, they they are very patriotic. If you abuse them, they can forgive you, but if you abuse their country, they will not let you go. And also, they love their country so much. Every house has the flag. If you go to the US, the people, they have flags, and the US flag in their houses. If you go to Turkey, they have flags of Turkey in their outside their houses, at their cars, just because these things like promote patriotism among the younger generation.
Right.
Because a kid who is growing up, and he always he's surrounded by the flags, the national anthems,
Or the
and
things related to national identity.
identity. So this is the thing. This is the thing. Because they are the developed nations, they know how to promote patriotism among the young generation, the kids, the youth, and they have been doing it very we must appreciate them. And what we lack, that we do certain things. We do we celebrate those days, 23rd March, 14th August, 6th September. But because what is our direction, it is not compatible with what we show to the people and what we do. There's a difference. So for the younger generation, they get confused. They say, like, if someone is teaching me patriotism and he himself doing opposite to whatever the patriotism requires. Like, I just give you example that I say I just teach my child
All right.
that one should not do certain things.
Okay.
I'm not just going because we don't
I understand. I understand. I get it.
but if I do the same thing which I don't allow my child, the child he will not listen to me. He'll give no value to my whatever I am teaching him. So the problem is, what you don't do, you cannot just preach that.
Right.
So this is the problem, that our youth, they see the people preaching patriotism are working against, are working or doing the things which are against patriotism. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Rizwan, we are approaching towards the end of the program. This is the second last question to you. Why do you think sports like hockey, squash, which once brought Pakistan international glory, have now taken the back seat to cricket in recent years? What actually happened to other sports in Pakistan that they are totally neglected?
The reason is the cricket is more glamorized.
All right.
Cricket is more glorified, and they get more coverage from the media,
More recognition.
more recognition as well.
Yeah.
And also, it is again, it's the responsibility of our federations or sports federations, the government. That hockey is our national game, but hockey is it's been, we are nowhere in the hockey in the world hockey. Whatever the competitions are being held at international level. And once we were the champions in the hockey, when we were the champion in squash, we were the champion in snooker. But over the last few years, the focus was only on cricket. The all the glamour, all the investment, all the media
Very
coverage,
rightly said.
everything was on cricket. And for that reason, the youngsters, they opted to go only towards cricket. The athletes, young athletes, who are who want to go in the sports field or represent their country,
They prefer cricket.
because if you see the hockey player, he he does not get paid even. So if you don't pay him, if you don't pay a young, if I'm a kid and I want to play hockey, at least I should be paid a TADA, a certain amount that can bear my daily expenses. If if the federation, if the government, they cannot provide a minimum wage to young athletes, why would people go? Because we are a developing society.
Yeah.
And we don't have our children, our youngsters, our young athletes, they don't have resources like Arshad Nadeem. He's the only example.
There are many
There are
others.
thousands of Arshad Nadeem, or millions of Arshad Nadeem Pakistan could ever produced. But the problem that the facilities were not there. If you see hockey, we don't have any hockey AstroTurf stadiums in our small towns and small cities. And if you don't have the facility, why would people prefer? Why would people go to that field? And same like the tennis. It's
Exactly.
a good sport. and it's a very popular sports. People, they want to go, they want to do something in that field, but if they don't have this tennis court in their town, in their city, where would they play? You cannot just play in your, backyard. And if you don't have the, the equipments, the racket, as just we were talking that Arshad Nadeem, he did not have the javelin, and he did not have the machine that is the counterpart was used to practice. So again, the reason is that it is also the problem that the cricket is more glorified, more glamorized, and the people, they don't feel any attraction in other sports, in
Very right.
hockey.
Very
And
right.
we also uh, we don't have any heroes. We don't we have very few heroes in hockey. If you go in any school and you ask him that, do you know any hero from hockey? Do you know
They
any hero
barely
from
know
snooker?
anyone.
They don't know. And
Hmm.
if you ask them about cricket, cricket has produced so many
Everyone.
heroes. So we
Yeah.
need to invest more in our other sports. We need to give them opportunity. We need to give them resources. We need to give them platforms, and we need to polish, make things, make arrangements to polish their skills, polish their talent. Only then we can make some place in our in other sports. Otherwise, it's only cricket, and cricket is also
Uh,
losing its.
you know, we all know that we are very
Yeah.
disappointed. So anyway, my last question to you is: do you think Pakistan's media focuses, as you mentioned, we glorified cricket too much on cricket and overshadowing other sports? What can steps taken to provide the balanced approach or coverage of all sports? Media's role
Well,
in balanced
again,
approach.
it's the media, as we talked about earlier, that the other sports, they don't get much coverage,
Hmm.
they don't get much appreciation. The media, they don't glorify the heroes of other sports. But now, if we talk about the recent times, uh, if someone does well, the media gives coverage.
Full coverage.
Yeah, but in the grassroots level, the media should give more coverage, more glorify things, so that the younger generation, the kids, they get attracted. They the only thing you can attract them, or either you can provide them money,
Yeah.
or you can give them some fame, some like
This,
so they get attracted.
you remind me something, a quote that success has many fathers, but struggle has no one.
Yeah, exactly. So you just need to provide fathers. If you don't give them money, you give them some fame, some coverage, so they feel that they're doing something good. They
Exactly.
get appreciation. They feel, they receive some
In fact,
encouragement.
when we talk about even Arshad Nadeem, uh, you are in the media, and I am a very active user of digital media. I do not know, or I do not remember. If you remember, tell me any such kind of coverage as you are mentioning, that they feel that they are doing something. Arshad Nadeem even does not have any kind of coverage before he proved himself.
Exactly, exactly. Again, you need to prove yourself. You need to attract the media as well. That this thing I can do. That I have done, and you need to cover me. So
Hmm.
you have, again, it's the responsibility of the youngsters, youth, athletes, kids. They need to do something by themselves as well. They just cannot say that the media is not covering me, so I've not worked hard. So the only thing, if you do hard work,
Yeah.
if you have belief,
Hmm.
if you have passion, you can achieve it. But
Right.
at the other hand, what our government, what our authorities can do, they can create an environment, and meritocracy is a very essential thing. You know,
Absolutely.
merit is the only thing which grows up the talent, and which brings the real talent.
Hmm.
And to create an environment where merit is, merit prevail, uh, so, and again, it's social justice. The problem is that we have so many other problems, and the social injustice is also a very big problem. So these are the things. This is not only one reason. There's so many reasons. They get together, and
Yeah.
they create environment like we are facing.
Any advice you would like to give to our audience? Because this program is also going on the Facebook Live with the people who are watching, any even to the youngsters who are listening to us. Any advice, any keynote you wanted to give?
Well, I'm not someone who can advise people, but
Not at all.
still,
Don't say
still,
this.
what I have seen in my short career,
Hmm.
and what I've learned, that the hope is the only thing.
Hmm.
The hope is, it's the only thing that make people alive.
Right.
And for the young generation, for the youngsters, only the only thing they should do is they should play their part, contribute their part. They should not wait for others to respond. They should not wait for the government to be responsive. They
Hmm.
should not wait for anyone, even their parents.
Hmm.
Whatever they need to make their own way. And the three things uh, there that are must. The first thing is believe in yourself.
Hmm.
It's the foremost thing. You have the potential. Every person who's a human being, we are ashraful makhluqat,
Yeah.
and the God has given us so much potential, so much capabilities. Just we need to find, and you cannot just find by sitting idle or sitting at home and laying down at bed, and you can
Yes.
find. You can find if you go into the battlefield, and you will if you challenge yourself. If you challenge yourself, only then you can find the hidden capabilities you have. You can find your true potential. And and the second thing, and it's a more important thing, that you need to challenge yourself. You need to get tested. The more you get tested, the more you get a refined form of yourself.
The more growth.
Yeah, the more you get tested, the more you grow.
Hmm.
So don't fear that. Sometimes we fear that if I do this, I'll fail. If you fail, you learn.
Hmm.
And failure is not something that is if you fail and that you cannot try again. Try again, try again, try again, and you will find your way. And again, that requires the hard work, the passion, the self-belief. First, self-belief that I can do. The
Hmm.
second, the passion I will do. And the third is the hard work I do. So
Hmm.
this is the thing. These three things, everyone should follow this. Don't blame this the you know
The
the
circumstances,
circumstances,
the
the
government.
government, and all the
Right.
the state, or who are the responsible for this situation. Just don't blame. Just play your part, and you know get yourself strong. The more you get tested, the more you get strong, and the more you grow. And if you challenge yourself, you will find that how much capabilities you have, how much potential you have. And this is the only thing, that let people hurt you, let the situation hurt you. The more you are hurt, the more you are refined. And a refined person, he can contribute for his family, he can contribute for society, he can contribute for his country. And
Absolutely.
that is the only thing, that you should believe in yourself, you should work hard, and you should have passion, and you should have patriotism as well, which is very, very, very important, especially in these circumstances. That we should have belief that I can serve my country.
Yeah.
I can play my part. I can contribute my part to make my country strong, to help my country to get out of this situation.
Hmm.
And if we have this belief, if we have this passion, and the nation, the people who have this passion, no one can beat them. So
Absolutely.
this is the
Wonderful message. Wonderful message. Thank you so much for joining us. It was really an honor for me
Same here.
to have you on the show, and thank you so much for your, deep insights and the analysis you have given. I always inspired, to be honest.
Thank you so much.
So
Thank
again, even today, I'm very inspired by the, your analysis and your, you can say that, insights.
thank
You
you.
were,
Thank you so much.
thank you so much. You were listening to Planet FM 87.6, and I was your host, Rabia. And I hope you enjoyed the show. I will join you in some other show and some other day. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Fi aman Allah.